I sit, too stupefied to say a word, as I sift through the letters scattered there in your word. With what wires did you frame the first elements of this world? Who taught you that faith was enough to bring spirits to life? In what language did you utter those words that made light to appear? And why the consuming fire? Is fire liquid, solid, air? Where were you before you came here, from where you made heaven and earth? Like the pot, trying to relate to how the potter too was molded. But within me and around are the signatures of the Godhead. And so I stand in awe at how you audaciously ordered the ordinances that set the orbits in motion. Without any predecessors, antecedents, or precedent, you pristinely put together this puzzle that was to be called death, creatively carving the coastlines of celestial colonies and carefully conjugating the colloquial identities of creatures too inconspicuous to be counted. You are the decryption of all mortal and immortal dialects. You are the direction in which all compasses point. You are the destination to which all directions lead. But still, you descended to die for me. You decided to dine with me. This despondent rebel that would not bend the knee did not discourage you from laying your life to change my destiny, and so I bow in absolute surrender to the monarch whose majesty equals his magnanimity, to the menorah whose light is too bright for the sun to reflect. I swear fealty to the Lamb before whom all my filth was washed. I remain loyal to the Lion who has the dragon's head crushed, the King who makes his servants kings, the Lord whose children are all gods. I cast my crown and lift my hands up just to say that you are God. Something more than gold, I'll tell it to the world. Jesus is more than gold, more than gold, more than gold. I have something more than gold. I'll tell it to the world. Jesus is more than gold, more than gold, more than gold. I have something more than gold. I'll tell it to the world. Jesus is more than gold, more than gold, more than gold. I have something more than gold. I'll tell it to the world. Jesus is more than gold. How do you write a poem about a God whose doings are older than the discovery of languages? How do you eulogize the one who supplies the syllables with which we express our awe? How do you define a God who defines himself as himself? How do you explain a God who explains himself with himself? How do you measure a God that starts in himself and ends in himself and all of space is in himself? Scientists say the universe became as a result of a big bang, but if every object is at rest until another force is applied to it, then what force was applied to what object to create such a bang that would shape the cosmos? And if matter is anything that has mass and occupies space, within what space was this object contained, seeing that space had not yet been invented and dimensions had not yet been constructed and the Milky Way had not yet been cemented? I am talking about the mathematician before the angels could count their wings, the carpenter before the trees ever took roots, the historian before there ever was a past. I hear he even wrote your biography before you ever had a name. The same God who rends the clouds like a curtain, who folds the clouds and we see his marks on the seas, mighty waves and behold your footprints, O Lamb of heaven. Who sleeps in the ocean but his skin is always dry? Who has stopped drinking wine but he remains the most high? Omnipotent, omni-able, omnipowerful. You know get matter way for this stranded won't make you the scratched. Now you be my Obianuju, the peacemaker when no they lose God even if they use juju. Now you be my personal MC where they show up for every stage of my life. Now you be my personal DJ, the only producer if you make my heart beat. Now you be my A, now you be my Z. Now you they give me sleep, now you they make my bed. Now you be my Alpha, now you be my Omega. My way maker way before Julius Berger. Now you be the potter, now me be the clay. You know the rest on top my matter. You don't get public holiday. I can go on and on and on. But my words are not enough. My vocabulary will fail me. Permit me to cry out, Ibao, 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 bye.